talking about me. I want you to know that I've been very successful in strategic planning, and right now my business plan, making milestone and accomplishing those things and making inroads into the industry, into the sector that I'm in now.
I thought I just said that.
And what I want to do is I want to
compliment you and congratulate you on where you are.
So I do understand the process. I think is all that I want you to understand. And I do understand the process, and you'll watch me work this one from the beginning to the end. Even though we're in the inception stage of this next process, I want you to see that, you know, I'm familiar with the steps because I've been a lot of these places. Matter of fact, I'm starting from the beginning and doing it again. And that doesn't take away from where I'm at or bring me back down to square one. All of those things that he had on the screen about establishing your credit, about establishing these relationships with these he named Kinsley Construction, J.D. Ekman. I know the chief estimators. I know the presidents of those companies. So I've already been past the gatekeepers, and I'm in the inner circle. As a matter of fact, they call me directly and ask me to submit estimates and submit quotes for projects. So what I want to do is I want to duplicate those things I've been very effective at over the past 4 years and headed into a new direction. As a matter of fact, maybe several new directions, and that's what I was talking about the irons and the fire. And this one is one that happens to be something that I want you to go along with more closely with me. Before, you know, you kind of listened to me. We had meetings. You gave me some excellent advice along the way.
Right.
And here on this journey, specifically going after federal contracts, right, I want your expertise every step of the way. And we're starting right here, you know. And however, like I said, I want us to just have a level understanding. Like you said last night about being on the same page. I want you to kind of and I guess it's just going to have to happen. But several conversations like this, about you being next to me, I'm thinking what'll happen is you'll begin to see the work. You know what I mean? I know you know of the work, but I think that you'll begin to see the work and the tireless effort, you know, that I've been putting into this. And when you talk about when you say that I'm not there yet, the truth is I'm not there. I haven't maintained.
You're not there.
Yeah, I'm not there.
You're here.
Yeah, no, I think, and that's the problem. I think that I'm somewhere more here.
Well, maybe you are here.
And that's what I'm trying to say.
Maybe
I'm trying to say, Dad, I want you to see me.
Here.
I want you to see me here. And I want
you to see you there.
Okay, so I want you to see me here, and kind of like when we're talking, you know what I mean? Give me some of that juice, you know, as opposed to saying, do you know what he said about, you know, how much the 10 million, you know, what's the significance of it?
Just like
I know, but I'm just telling you how I'm reading it. You know what I mean? Even when you said about these are workshops, these are values, you know, like, and I was just pointing out the fact that I've been to a million of them. I put a lot of legwork already.
Not only
what I'm doing.
That's just you've taken what you learned from that and put it into your business.
Absolutely.
That's why your business is so successful.
It is, now. And I attribute a lot of that to people, like the conversations, even the conversations that we have. I take very seriously, right, and I implement a lot of the things that you say.
Right.
And it's been successful. But like I said, you know, the SBA, the Small Business, the DBE, Small Business Supportive Services, CEDACOG, Kutztown University, right, Dickinson, they've all been instrumental in helping me, you know, to achieve the successes that I've achieved. Do I know that there are a lot more? Yeah, that's why we're here. You know what I'm saying?
More.
No, I'm talking about a lot more.
What he just said, what we just learned today is what you need to do.
Yeah.
It's not a lot more. It's not other stuff. If you do what we just learned today, that's why I'm trying to keep you focused. If you do just this, just getting these certifications, getting yourself situated, understanding FedBizOps, the website that you go to when you look for that I advertise on. Every day I advertise on FedBizOps for that. You have to understand that. You have to get on those websites and work with them. There's stuff that you have to do. You're here. You want to get here. You were there. Now you're here. But you still got this ways to go. I'm going to give you an example that I always talk about. You cook a pot of soup. This is it's like my everyday example. It's like that cheese example. You cook a pot of soup and you make it the first time, and it's okay. Then you make it again, or then you read a recipe from someone else. You go to someone else, you get another recipe, and you make that pot of soup the next time. It's better. Then you want to make that Emerald Lagasse pot of soup. You got to go to Emerald Lagasse. So you go to Emerald Lagasse and you learn his little techniques. And then that pot of soup is there. You're like, boom, I'm there. I'm saying, you're here. Now you want to get that Emerald Lagasse pot of soup. Then you got to take from these guys, because they gave you the roadmap, the blueprint. Get that blueprint. When you say you got your iron in the fire, you got your iron in the fire here, what I hear you saying is that you've got these nexus codes that you want to put in your company because you want to do these things, you want to do that. That's the structure that you do it from, my understanding. If you want to do local paving and whatever, you say you already have that. If you want to do municipal, if Stilton puts out a bid to do the front, remember they did Front Street 5 or 6 years, maybe longer now, 10 years ago. They want to refurnish Front Street. Boom. Pouring the sidewalk, the cement, and all of that kind of stuff. Whatever they do, I mean, you're an expert at that by now, right? So
they're an expert at how to submit bids and work the award management system, ECMS, in order to
for Stilton, for the municipality. You got the state thing. You got the state thing pretty tight. Right. I get it, son.
I'm following you, Dad.
So now, tighten up the federal thing for future references. While you're doing that,
that's where we're headed.
While you're doing that, I can do the municipality stuff too. I understand that. I understood what he was talking about. I even asked him about it.
I think that's critical. That's critical for me to get.
He also said, look, how about this? He also said it's important you can subcontract with these primes. Yeah, that's critical. These primes have an obligation before we give them a contract, before the federal government gives it. If it's over $1.5 million, they have to have a small business plan in place, and they have to meet that.
Sure.
And the SBA checks on them all the time, saying, "Did you do that? Who are you doing it to? Are you giving it to?"
That's what they call.
Right.
Yeah.
So
their due diligence.
You're great,
have to do their...
son. You've been great, man. You just did $500,000 or $600,000 worth of business. Come on, man. I get that. You hustling. You hard.
Yeah.
You hustling.
Yeah.
And now all I'm saying is
it takes understanding of some, a lot of these concepts in order to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's
it just don't happen without having an understanding of these concepts. So we're working towards fine tuning and going and adding on, and building on, the foundation that's already built. Yeah, and I'm taking a look right now to sink my teeth in the federal contracting game. And you're going to help me do that.
Dude, you're going to become a millionaire.
Yeah, absolutely. On the road.
You're on the road to becoming a millionaire. I see that.
And it ain't for me. It's for I'm this road. I'm going to put a whole lot of people on this road.
Yeah.
And we're going to march down this road.
That's how you do it.
The things that I'm learning, I'm teaching. I've taught people to get from square one. I've taught people to use these venues and use these workshops and use these agencies to get from square one to where they're successful in their own right. And it's been a handful. My cousin Brian, he just certified. The one at the top of the list, the certified agency, the third party, the one that's a unified certified program, federal level. Through the Federal Highway Administration is the UCP, Unified Certified Program, and certified, registered in all of those. Only one I had let lapse is SAMS. Everything else I'm still registered in right now.
SAMS is critical.
SAMS
you
is
can't
critical.
get a federal contract without being in SAMS.
That's why I'm here.
Right.
That's why they remember. I'm already in their database. They're just going to. It won't take you a minute. It won't take them half a second. They'll have it done tomorrow. Let them guys help you. When I call them tomorrow, they'll have it done tomorrow.
I don't know.
Yes, they will. I talked to him before, and it only took a day before, and I'm already in the system.
You talking about through these guys?
Yeah, through some guys. Through Robert and them. Yeah, that's
because
I just wanted to reintroduce myself.
I oftentimes want to award a contract to somebody, but then they let their registration expire. They're not registered. It takes a minute when they don't go through people like this guy. Remember, he said it. it. He
And
said
I-
if you go through the
Right.
the website,
but
it might take forever, and that's what it does.
Dun and Brad's. I already,
Yeah,
Dun and
exactly.
Brad's, equivalent to, FICO score. It's called a Paydex score. My company's generated a Paydex score, and it's a good one. We have very firm business credit. And it's
go get
Paydex
something to
to go
eat.
through the Dun and Brad. So it's like,
And I gotta talk
it's
to your
like,
daughter.
yeah, and I wanna get with her. Did you talk to her lately?
Last week I think.
Well, how we going to catch her? She probably at work. She might be going for lunch or whatever.
Mhm.
So a lot of that,
I'm gonna be up here till 5 or
get
6,
this
so
thing.
I ain't.
we're gonna get this thing roll.